because I wouldn't have been able to drink that.
I'm so sorry. That would be horrible. That is totally get cut out. So somebody watch.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
What were you supposed to be doing right now?
Tasting
Tasting
it. Okay.
Welcome to Wine on Wednesday. It's your girl Kai.
I'm TNT.
And we are
two dope black women
tasting, discussing, and spilling tea over wine.
Over wine. Hey, y'all.
And I'm serving you, Black Panther goddess today. What are you serving, TNT?
I'm serving some authentic Nigerian wear. One of my best friends, Hey Arenze, his mother, Miss Kate, she gifted me a full Nigerian outfit. She made it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, this is very appropriate for Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, y'all.
And we still out here,
blackity black. Blackity black. So, speaking of being black, so if y'all still with us right now, in the beginning, the emoji today is the fist. The fist. Yes, so appropriate. It's Black History Month.
For our tea bag segment, we'll be talking about what has been the talk of last week. And one of the main topics in the media was the Lori Harvey and Boosie comments that was taking place in regards to her life and her love life, I guess. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Well, I like Lori Harvey. I don't know her. She ain't never did nothing to me. I think she's a beautiful woman, and, she must be a fun person because, everybody loves her. But Boosie is controversial. And everybody knows that Boosie was telling people to put their pussy lips on live and he'll give them $1,000. That's why he got his Instagram shut down.
Well, he was just giving out personal stimulus checks.
Yeah,
coronavirus relief.
Because every once in a while, when my bank account get low, I be like, is Boosie still giving out $1,000?
No, he's still fighting with, what he call him?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes. He's still fighting with him.
Trying to get his original account back. But, so Boosie said some stuff about Lori Harvey and how everybody giving her the glory for being able to bag all these high-profile celebrities. And I'm like, yeah. I think that she should, because sis got the cheat code to how to bag you, the man that everybody else wants.
Period.
So he feels like everybody should be giving the glory to the man, but I'm like, we always give the glory to the man for the women that he's able to.
Since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time. We've always given the men the glory for the women that they have been able to land or snag. So... yeah, so and conquer, and I'm proud of her. I'm like, run through these niggas, Lori, run through them, because they gonna try to say you ran through. Oh, and that's what Boosie said, that she ran through, and I'm like, I don't agree with that. So
because like many other people have already commented and said, we don't know if she's had sex with all these guys, just because she's dating a lot of different men and they're all high profile celebrity, so it's in the media, it's public for everyone to see. That I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. Even with women, like everyday women like us, when we're dating, we kind of are looked at in the wrong way if we're dating multiple men at one time. So we're still trying to normalize this idea that women and men can both date multiple people. Especially if you should be dating multiple people if you're single. Not when you're in a relationship.
Please.
You can date multiple people to, weed out your prospects and know what exactly you want. That's the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah. So. I agree, because I don't like the word hoe unless you're saying happiness over everything. Shout out to Janae, Eco, Future, and Miguel. If that's not what you're using when you say the word hoe, I can't stand that word, because me and Shani, we always had conversations in the past when we were younger about what is a hoe, because people be calling people hoes all the time. And I'm like, well, what really is a hoe? Because if you really break it down, there really is no such thing as a hoe, because Everybody is dating people until they figure out who it is that they want to be with. So why does that make one person a hoe over somebody else being a hoe? It's just you're out here dating, like Kai said, trying to figure out, weeding people out of the process to see what you really want. So I really feel like we should normalize hoe being happiness over everything.
I second that. But while we're at it, before we jump into the review, we do want to do our call to action.
Yeah. So we would like you guys to kind of chime in about what you think about the tea bag today. What you think about what Boosie said about Lori Harvey. And what do you think about Lori Harvey and her A-list of bachelors or exes? Yeah, I would love to ask Lori who was her favorite ex-boyfriend, but
probably Future.
Probably look, Future my favorite ex-boyfriend, and I would. So I like Future. I know he's toxic. I wouldn't get pregnant. I do not. Look, no. If you ever thinking about sliding my DMs to try to holler at me, I do read my DMs. No, I don't like toxic men, but I like Future, and I just wouldn't get pregnant by him. So we do still have the road to 500. We are like 21 away. Like we almost here, y'all. Like, come on.
So take this time to actually subscribe if you have not, to like the video.
Yes.
And press the share button. Copy the link. Send it to your friends and family. Post it on your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And try to get more people to come and see us. Come watch us.
Come watch us. I always get comments from people that they love the episodes. And I'm so appreciative of that. Thank y'all. She's very appreciative of it. But share it. You know somebody else, even if it's just one person who would enjoy these videos as well. We appreciate that. Thank you. For our last Black History Month episode, Black History Month goes so fast. We would like to present to you guys a Black-owned wine brand by a gentleman named Marcus Johnson. So his wine brand is called Flo. So here is the bottle for reference. So Flo is actually an acronym that stands for the love of. So I thought that was kind of cute. And he basically stated that for the love of could be for the love of anything, for the love of wine, for the love of music, because he's a jazz musician. So Marcus Johnson founded Flo in Washington, D.C. in 2011. He also has a music label by the same name. So Flo is his wine brand and Flo is also his music label. So I want to go and listen to some of Marcus Johnson's music. You guys probably should too. Flo is a brand that's partnered with another brand called Revel Wine. So it's kind of like this type of partnership. So Marcus Johnson decided that he wanted to create wine because he just really fell in love with wine in his travels as a musician. So he wanted to create his own wine brand, and he knew the grapes he wanted to use. He knew the types of wine that he wanted to create. He knew the aromas and the flavors and all of that stuff that he wanted to have. So he partnered with Revel, and he kind of told them what he was looking for. They submitted him some samples, and he chose the ones that he liked the most. So it's kind of one of those things where he kind of curated it and created the wine, and they manufacture and distribute it. Well, they have a partnership to distribute it. So they get to distribute a percentage of his wines, and he distributes most of his wines. So they have that partnership. And then so with the wine that we have today is a 2016 Chardonnay. You're going to get aromas of lemon zest, floral notes, toasty oak, and there's supposed to be flavors of citrus, green. What is green citrus? Lime. Oh my God, it's green citrus, lime, apple pear, and the structure is going to be like medium bodied with a balanced acidity and a rich finish. So Flo Wine is in the top 10 celebrities wine list. I thought that was a great accomplishment. And then Marcus Johnson, with him pairing jazz music with the wine, he has a Pandora channel where you can go ahead and listen to his music inspirations and, the wine that he would pair those with. So when we're talking about this Chardonnay, it should have For about 100 milliliters, which is about 3.5 ounces, it would have 100 calories. So if you're going to drink your regular 5-ounce serving size, that'll probably be at about a typical 120 calorie Chardonnay. It's going to have the alcohol percentage of 13%. It's going to be 0.9 carbs to the 3.5 ounces, 0.9 sugar to the 3.5 ounces, and the total acidity for that is going to be 0.55. So that's where the balanced acidity comes from, because it's right in the middle. All right, so shall we taste it?
Yes.
Let's taste it. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all, we got to tell y'all a little story about this wine. This wine was hard to get our hands on.
It was.
We were told that we could find this wine retailed at Total Wine, right? And so we should have been able to, but just not at the Total Wine near us. So we decided to go ahead and order the wine online. The turnaround time to get it, shipping was quick. So we ordered it, and it did come in a timely fashion, but when we got it, the cork had popped. And so if you know anything about the temperature of wine, if the wine is not at the right temperature, the cork will pop. So it must have froze in the shipping process. So we contacted the customer service of Revel, which is the partner of Flo. And the young lady over there was so amazing. She overnight shipped us a new bottle, right? And not only did she do that, she also subscribed to the channel because
Hey, Wineoisseurs.
Hey, new Wineoisseur. Because she said that she wanted to know exactly what we were doing, and she wanted to help us be able to accomplish this goal. So she overnight shipped it. We got it in about, 12 hours or whatever? Yeah, about 12 hours. So they have the most amazing customer service. So if you do choose to order this wine online and you have any issues, do not be concerned, because they are going to rectify the situation, and we appreciate that. Good job, you guys.
Okay, so I have a story. Just a little bit.
Okay.
So, some of you may know that right now I'm doing a pescatarian diet or eating lifestyle. Which I've been on since November. So a lot of my wines I've been drinking has been Chardonnays or Sauvignon Blancs, pretty much just whites, just because I'm doing a lot more seafood and light sauces or white sauces and things like that. But this color is like so much darker than any other Chardonnay I've been drinking.
It is true. Most Chardonnays you get are going to look like they are like kind of clear like water, with a hint of yellow. This kind of look amber.
So here we go. Oh, citrus. Okay.
I can still smell the floralness of it. I get the floral.
A little citrus, but I'm trying to figure out if that's apple or pear. Or I guess
it's probably pear. Because when I first smelled it, I thought pear.
Okay.
It smelled like flowery pears. Let's taste it.
It's really smooth.
This is good. But it doesn't taste like a Chardonnay.
No, it doesn't.
It tastes like if you took a bottle of Chardonnay and, you know, sometimes you want to be cute with your wine, so you put fruit in it. It tastes like if you took a bottle of Chardonnay and put slices of pears and apples in a pitcher with the wine. Kind of like a sangria type thing you would do, but not the sweetness of a sangria. But this is really good, so I can definitely taste the apples and the pear in it. I don't really taste the citrus, but it has this...
That's what I'm missing, because I'm like, since I drink this all the time, there's something missing. And I usually get like a bite at the end, like the finish in my Chardonnays, which I can appreciate now. It took a minute, but... Like, you don't get that with this. It's just like a smooth...
It's so smooth.
That smooth down the throat, baby.
Smooth down the throat, baby. So, if you're interested in what I think about the smoothness of this, it's kind of like drinking apple juice. It's like you get none of that sting. You get none of that acidity. You get really none of that. Like, it's kind of actually clever how they did this, and I really appreciate it, because when they said that it has a rich finish, this definitely does have a rich finish. This is good. I would love to kind of do what I just said, pour the bottle into a pitcher or like a carafe, and then put slices of apples and pears in this. That would be so good. But this is a really good wine. I love this. It's different than any Chardonnay I've ever had.
Yeah, it's the color alone.
Mm-hmm.
The density, they labeled it as medium body, but this is a heavy medium body white.
This is rich.
Yeah, so it's more, if I had to guess it, I guess it would be like in between medium to full body.
Yes. This is good.
Because this is a heavy one.
Mm-hmm.
Or dense, I should say.
Dense, I love it. Okay, Marcus Johnson. Okay, Flo.
That's real rich. I feel
it
real
is rich.
classy.
I know. I feel all sophisticated.
You know how we do.
Very sophisticated. I like this wine. This is really good. That was really good. So we have to go with the whole, would you buy this? Would you drink it again? And this is smooth. And I understand why he called it Flo. He is a musician, and I can tell that through the wine. And y'all might call me crazy, but when I drink my wine, I like to listen to music, and this totally makes me feel jazz. I love jazz, gospel, jazz, and R&B. Those are my favorite music styles. But I can totally, I wonder what music he paired this with. I think there's going to be an
issue or discrepancy.
Okay.
Because we get on here every Wednesday, 2 times a month, we're doing a review, and we telling you that we like this wine. So I feel that we haven't had a wine that we didn't like yet.
We did.
Which one?
There was a couple of wines where we said we wouldn't buy them again, but we would drink them if they were free at a dinner party.
Okay. But I feel like we should compare, since we have already reviewed the Chardonnay, we should compare this Flo brand Chardonnay
to the La Moscata.
To the La Moscata Chardonnay that we reviewed in December.
Okay. We could do that. So if I'm comparing this to the La Moscata, this one is a much richer. It's more bold. It's a heavier wine. It sits heavy on your tongue, and it's smooth. Like, I could literally drink this wine all day. And yes, so if I was going to ask, are you going to ever buy this wine again? I definitely will. I would even purchase it online again because, you got to pay for the shipping, and I don't do shipping and fees. Mm-hmm. But I would buy it again, but hopefully I'd be able to get it at Total Wine. Like I keep being told I can get it from Total Wine, but I haven't seen it there. But yes, this one to me is better than the La Moscata. If there were only 2 Chardonnays made on this earth, I'm going with the Flo. Not the La Moscata.
I agree. Like, I have a favorite Chardonnay right now. And this has topped that. I am blown away. Mm-hmm. I really want to go online right now and purchase another bottle. Another pack of bottles. Yes. Because I drink Chardonnay so much now.
Yes.
That, I'm usually going through 2 bottles a week. So I will purchase 6 bottles at a time.
Yeah, and for price points, this wine, the bottle is $20, and if you're ordering it online, it's going to be $20 and $10 for shipping. And I would do that all over again.
I definitely would. I mean, I'm gonna need my man to help me pay for it, but
I'm gonna need her man to help me pay for it too.
Babe, that was please.
Yes.
Send us cash out.
I definitely will be reaching out to Marcus Johnson in some way, shape, fashion, or form to talk to him about how impressed I am with him as a jazz musician and his wine.
Bravo.
This is good. You guys got to buy this. So, you can go on the website. It's flowines.com. And, of course, we're going to list all that down below in the description.
Okay, so Chardonnay pairs well with strong cheeses like Asiago cheese, which I love, blue cheese, almonds, any toasted nuts, veal, chicken, pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, potatoes, apples. That's why it's apple notes.
Pears.
Squash, mangoes, tarragon, sesame, basil, and banana bread. Now moving on to the Black History wine facts. It's not that many Black History wine facts, as you can tell from our whole struggle of Black History Month. However, I do feel it is important for us to know and recognize some influential African Americans in the wine industry. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'll be talking to you guys about today. The first person I do want to talk about, his name is Dylan Proctor. He was actually a co-producer on the Netflix show, the Netflix movie Uncorked, which we reviewed.
Yeah, at the end of last year.
December.
Yeah, so you guys, I'll link that video as well, so you guys can click the link and watch that video. It was actually a good review. We enjoyed that movie.
Yes, and he's currently the director of Napa Valley's winery called Fantasca, and that's on my bucket list to get to Napa Valley at some point.
Mine too.
In life.
Mine
maybe
too.
Next year, 2022.
Or this year.
Sounds hopeful.
I mean, we got time to make the
that
create
would be
more
a
trips.
nice little fall trip.
I've been researching it because I'm going. So you coming? Bring a date. I'm bringing a date. We're gonna do a giveaway.
You know my best friend out there. Hey Kayla.
Hey Kayla. We're gonna do a giveaway where you're gonna be able to win a date with TNT.
Oh, you
and
gonna pay for it?
No, they're gonna pay for the
date. It's free.
No, they're going to pay.
You sound like Sasha from Jamaica. No.
So
lunch will be provided.
This how it's gonna be. So y'all gonna comment in whatever video we decide. I'm gonna come up with the terms and the conditions and the rules later. But one of these lucky Wineoisseur men is gonna win a date with me, but they're gonna take me to Napa. I'm not paying. I was supposed to pay for it if they win today.
Yeah, unless what is provided? What's the win?
Me.
So the cooch.
I'm the no. No.
You'll win some cooch.
There will not be any cooch. Cooch sold separately.
Oh Lord, then I don't know why you will enter. You gotta pay and you don't get no cooch. Oh Lord.
That's life.
I know, but they don't willingly sign up for that. They be thinking in their heads they gonna get something.
Cooch sold separately.
The next person I wanted to mention was Andre Mack, which is one of the master sommeliers. Not sure if he's the first because conflicting evidence.
He's a black. Y'all know it's only 3 black master sommeliers.
Yes.
So he's one of the 3.
He's not currently a master sommelier. He's not currently doing the work right now. So I guess that's why he's not listed. But he is looked up to by a lot of young African American sommeliers because he has transformed and did a lot for the black community in the wine industry. Mind you, he became a sommelier in the early 2000s. So this is still fairly new. Like, black people in the wine industry is not a common thing. Mm-hmm. And shout out to all of the black wine forums and black wine outlets that we have now.
Yes.
Wine Down Wednesday being one. And then we also know of the Wine Tribe, and we know of Black Cork on Instagram.
Hey, Black Cork.
And a lot of other people that's, venturing out to this industry and trying to educate our community about the wine. And I'll get to that later. But Andre Mack is 47 at this time. And he just describes his point as being a sommelier where he faced a lot of discrimination, a lot of backlash as far as what he decided to wear, how he decided to do his speech on his wines. Being a sommelier is definitely predominantly white, male.
Yes. And
of course, you're going to get a lot of pushback if you're one of the only black faces that's seen.
Yeah. And
he worked at a very upscale restaurant, so of course. Next is Tahara Habibi. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Which is a sommelier from North Philly. After she left college, where she went to Penn State, she moved back to Philly and worked in a hotel restaurant, where she was inspired by a female wine director to actually get interested in wine. And she wanted to become a master sommelier, but also talked about her difficulties of joining that industry as a black female. So she also faced some hardships, which, inhibited her from becoming a master sommelier, but she is still a sommelier. She launched what she calls Sippin' Socials, where she began educating black people on the power of wine, and then relaunched that brand to something that's called the Hue Society. So after being inspired by Jay-Z's lyrics, what's better than one billionaire too, especially if they're from the same hue as you, she relaunched her brand under the name the Hue Society. So now at this time, she's educating Black communities. She's been to Essence festivals. She's been to a lot of Black women panels and Black-owned small businesses forums that they hold. And she's educating the Black community on wine and why it's important and why it's an industry that needs to be embarked on by Black people. Yes. She also mentioned that once that her goal is to market to more celebrity style individuals, because when Moscato was marketed to us using celebrities, their profits went up 700%.
That is true.
And so she said there's definitely value in the Black dollar, and we have to enter this wine industry at some time, at some point, at any point, I guess.
We're here.
And lastly, one last person is Carlton McCoy, which is currently a master sommelier. He is at 35 years old, so he's the youngest Black master sommelier. And he is one of the only 3 Black master sommeliers in the world today. He launched the Roots Fund, which also works with Tahari Habibi and her brand as well, which plans to provide mentorship, education, and job opportunities to Black and Indigenous people. And he recently was appointed to the Court of Master Sommelier Diversity Committee, which is over all of the sommeliers in the sommelier wine schools.
That is so beautiful. You guys know I aspire to be a sommelier. Don't forget that if you guys are still with us right now, the chosen emoji that we like you guys to drop in, it's just a little hey from our Wineoisseurs, is the fist. So you guys go ahead and put that fist down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also share this with just one person. You know, so we appreciate that. We're just 21 away from the road to 500, which don't forget, you guys, there is a giveaway with that. And so we appreciate you. We thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Flo and Revel for having such great customer service and making this episode possible, because without you guys, this episode would not have happened. So I thank you guys for watching. And you know how we end this episode? With our cheers. Cheers. That's good.